ओम शांति। ओम शांति। मेरे बहन भाई ओम शांति। अच्छा अच्छा। ज्ञान सरोवर अच्छा या
Which is
शांतिवन
better,
अच्छा
Gyan Sarovar or
या
Shantivan
पांडवन
or
अच्छा?
Pandav Bhavan?
क्या हाल चाल है हरे का?
What is happening in each of these places?
जहाँ स्थान पर रहते वो
Or
अच्छा?
is it that you like the place where you live?
आजकल कल परसों से
Since yesterday and the day before,
जो गीत
they
बजाते हैं
play
ना,
this song.
तो मैं ये डाल देती हूँ। अभी यहाँ नहीं डाला, वही समझा 7:30 वाला गीत होगा, पर ये कुछ ख्याल नहीं
She
किया।
thought it would be the 7:30 song,
पर बहुत करके ये गीत
but many
सुनने को
times
मिला
she's been
है।
hearing this particular song
बाबा आपका प्यार
around the 7:30 time.
शब्दों में बताया
That
नहीं
Baba,
जाता।
your love is such that
ये मुझे सुनने
we
को
cannot
आजकल बहुत अच्छा मिलता है।
show this to others.
आज टीचर्स को
Today
टोली
she was
देते,
giving toli to the teachers after the teachers' class.
कान में ये इस तरफ डाल दी, इस तरफ कान में गीत सुन रही थी,
On the
दूसरे
one
हाथ में
hand,
टोली
she
दे रही
had
थी।
her earphone on and she
सभी
was
गीत
listening to the
पौना
song,
घंटा में से टोली
and
दी
on the other
होंगी।
hand, she was giving toli. So about
दोनों
3/4 of
फायदा
an
लिया।
hour, she was listening to songs and giving toli,
गीत
both,
सुनते रहती थी और टोली
and she
खिलाती
was
रहती, मैं
having that
समझती हूँ।
benefit at the same time.
तो हमको हमारा एक दो के ऊपर
The
प्यार
love
जो
that
है
we
ना,
have for each other
वो भी
is
शब्दों में
such that
बताया
even
नहीं
that
जाता।
cannot be expressed in words.
क्या
What
शीलू
do you
क्या हाल
think,
चाल है?
Shiluben?
नहीं, जितना
You
बाबा का
think the
प्यार है ना
love
हमारे
that Baba
से,
has for us
तो जो गीत
and
में
is
गाते हैं
expressed
ना,
in songs,
तो शब्दों
it
में नहीं
really
बताया
cannot be
जाता है बाबा
expressed in words.
इतना प्यार
Baba
करते
has
हो
that
ना।
much love for us.
तो हम जो एक दो के
And
प्रति रूहानी
the
स्नेह
spiritual love that we have for one another
कितना है,
is so great.
तो मैंने अभी अभी ओम
So
शांति तो
yes, of
कह
course she
देती हूँ,
says Om Shanti,
कैसे बताऊं
but
कितना
how can
रूहानी
she
स्नेह
express the spiritual love she
परिवार के
has for the
साथ
whole
है।
family?
जो कल जो बाबा
In
की अभियक्त
yesterday's
मुरली थी,
Avyakta Murli,
मैं ये समय
Dadi
नाम
won't
नहीं
name
लूंगी।
names,
आज दिन में 1 बजे 1:30
but
बजे
today
फाइनल
1
किया।
o'clock, 1:30, she finalized
टीचर्स को टोली
something
देते,
whilst giving toli
मैं
to the
ऊपर ज्ञान सर में
teachers.
जाऊंगी।
Yes, she finalized that she's
क्यों मैं
coming
शाम को
upstairs
वहाँ
to meet all
मिलेंगी।
of us and give class here.
तो ये
So
जो
this
खींच होती
pull
है
to
परिवार
meet
से
the
मिलने
family,
की, नीचे भी बहुत बड़ा
downstairs
परिवार
also in
बैठा है,
Shantivan there's a huge family gathering,
पर डबल विदेशी
but
जो
the
खास
double foreigners
खास डबल
especially,
विदेशी,
yes,
मैं
I
विदेशी
won't
शब्द
say the
नहीं
word
कहती।
foreigners, but double foreigners especially. Dadi felt very pulled to come.
आदि और अनादि दोनों रूपों
Keep
को
your
सामने
original
रखते हैं।
and eternal form in front of you.
भले सेवा कहाँ भी है,
Doesn't
जन्म
matter where your
शरीर का
service
कहाँ
may
भी
be,
हुआ,
wherever the physical birth has happened,
उससे
but the
मृत्यु
awareness
आई
has
है।
come back
हम सब एक
that
देश
we
के
are
रहने
all
वाले,
residents of the same place,
हमारा जाति
that
धर्म
we
एक
have
ही
just
है,
the one religion, we are all one,
हम
we are
भारतवासी हैं,
Bharatvasis originally.
थे है
We
होंगे,
were, are, and will become that.
थे
We were, are,
है,
and we will be that in the future.
ये अंदर
We
छाप
have that
लगी हुई है,
imprinted within ourselves.
तो कभी भी समझते
And
नहीं
we
है
never think of
फॉरेनर है,
ourselves as foreigners, but
ये
we are
भारतवासी है,
Bharatvasis.
भारत देश हमारा है,
This land, Bharat, is mine,
सुरक्षा का भाई
belongs to us.
वंदे मातरम
This
का गीत
brother
गाता है
Albert,
ना,
who
तो
sings
भारतवासी भी ऐसा गीत गाता है एक
Vande
भाई,
Mataram, Bow to the Mothers,
ऐसे ही गाता है
he
जैसे वो
sings
गाता है
so
रक्षा
well,
वाला
just
भाई।
as well as the Indian brothers and sisters would sing.
क्योंकि भारत से
Because
प्यार
there's
बहुत है
great
ना।
love for Bharat. Why
क्यों
is there
भारत से
love for
प्यार है?
Bharat? Why
क्यों
is there
भारत
so
से
much
प्यार
love
है?
for Bharat?
प्यार तो
There
सारे
should
विश्व
be
से
love
होना
for the
चाहिए
whole
ना
world,
हमारा,
shouldn't there? But
पर
no,
नहीं। भारत हमारा
Bharat
स्वर्ग था।
was our heaven.
भारत
In
में बाबा
Bharat, God
आता
Himself
है।
comes.
और आप लोगों
And
को
you
पता
should
हो,
know
बाबा का
that
प्लेन में चढ़
Brahma
करके
Baba
कोई
never
वो
went
कहाँ भी नहीं
anywhere
गया।
in foreign lands, never went on a plane.
श्रीलंका में हमारा दादा
Dada
रतन चंद
Ratan
बुलाता
Chand,
था,
who was in Sri Lanka, used to
श्रीलंका तक
call
भी नहीं
Baba, but
गया।
Baba never even went up to Sri Lanka.
बाबा ने पाँव
Baba
प्लेन
never
में नहीं
set foot
रखा।
on a plane.
और आप प्लेन से उड़ करके यहाँ आ
But
जाते
all
हो।
of you, you fly from other lands to come here.
बाबा प्लेन में
But
चढ़ के
Baba never
बाहर नहीं
set foot
गया,
on a plane to
और आप
go
सब
in
प्लेन
any
में
other
उड़ करके
country, but
यहाँ आ
all of
जाते
you
हो।
board a plane and get here.
कोई कहते एक बार मिल के गया हूँ, दूसरा बारी भी आना
And
चाहिए
one
मेरे
time
को।
you come and you think to yourself, I
मैं
must
शशि
come
बहन को
again.
कहती मना नहीं करो ना,
And Shashi,
निर्मला
and
बहन
nobody
मना
says
करेगी
no
क्या?
to you
नहीं
about coming
नहीं,
again.
मना करती हो जाओ, नहीं करो ना,
And sometimes the seniors say only one visit per
नहीं करो
season.
ना। अगर उसको
But
खींच
sometimes
होती है,
people have the pull.
पहली बारी आया, इतनी
If somebody
प्रॉपर्टी नहीं
comes
हुई,
once
अभी इस सवारी
and
बहुत
they
अच्छी हुई
haven't
है।
had that much attainment and they come
तो ये
again,
अनुभव जो
they
है
have a
ना,
lot of attainment.
भाई इस सवारी आने में, क्योंकि दिन प्रतिदिन
Because day by day,
यहाँ का
the
वायुमंडल
atmosphere
पावरफुल होता
here
जा
is
रहा है ना।
becoming more and more powerful. What
ये
does your
अनुभव कहता
experience
है,
say?
संतोष
It's
आना
good
अच्छा
that
हुआ ना,
everyone has come. It's good,
हाँ
isn't
ना,
it? Why have you
क्यों
come?
आई है? मेरे
Some
कहने
have
से आई
come
हो,
because Dadi has called
अपने
them,
दिल
or
से
is
नहीं
it that
आई
you've
हो।
come because your heart said,
दोनों
I
की
want to
बात
go?
थी। विजय कहाँ बैठा है?
Where is Vijay Bhai?
विजय कहाँ है? विजय अभी मेरे से मिल रहा था,
Dadi's
कहाँ
looking
गया?
for Vijay Bhai.
अरे देखो ये कैसे है, आप रक्षा वाले बले वो हो गए हैं,
Oh, the
सेवा सेवा
Russians
सेवा
are
सेवा
very
सेवा।
engrossed in service, service, service.
मैं यहाँ
Dadi
मिलने
has
के लिए आई
come
हूँ, वो
especially to
नीचे चला
meet all
गया।
of you, and it appears that some have gone
तो
downstairs.
मैं फिर एक बात
So, one or
सुनाती
two
हूँ
things that
कहानी।
he wants to tell us in our ears.
कोई कोई
There
का
are
बहुत
many
है, जो हमारे बहन भाइयों को सेवा
who,
से बहुत
of
प्यार
our
है,
brothers and sisters who have a lot of
और
love for
याद
service.
और सेवा, सेवा सेवा में पर याद जो पक्का व्यवस्था
But it's
बनाने वाली
important to
है,
make a powerful, strong
वो नहीं
stage,
दिखाई
and
पड़ती।
that's not visible.
याद में सेवा है,
Because in
सेवा में याद
remembrance
है,
there's service,
तो
and
परिवार
in
के साथ
service
संबंध
there's
में
remembrance,
जो
and then there's
प्राप्ति होती है
attainment
ना, तो
from the family
मैं
also.
समझती हूँ,
So
अकेला
I think
याद
to
करो,
myself, if you remember Baba on
बैठे
your
बाबा
own,
को
it's different.
संगठन में याद
There's
करो,
a difference when you remember Baba within the gathering. There's a difference, isn't there? There is a
फर्क है।
difference.
हाँ तो
Raise your
उठाओ,
hands if you think there's a difference. Yes, of
फर्क है
course,
ना।
there's a difference.
मैं कुछ भी हो
So it
जाता है,
doesn't matter
कईयों
what
को ख्याल आता है या मैं बस
Dadi
बात सुनते
has
नहीं,
this thought.
मैंने विजय को कहा अभी तो
Daddy
क्लास में चल,
said to one brother,
मैं कल
come to the
मिलेंगे या
class and
चली,
I'll meet you
पर मैंने
later
ये नहीं
another
कहा,
time,
क्लास में आने का
because
टाइम
it
था,
was
सुखदेव
time
बहन को
for us
क्लास
to
में
come to
चलना,
class,
अभी क्लास, क्योंकि
because
यहाँ मेरे को एक
Daddy
मिनट भी
does
लेट
not
आने में
like to
अच्छा नहीं
come
लगता है,
even 1 minute late for the class,
क्यों
because
प्राप्ति मेरे को
she is
है,
the one who is feeling
और
the
गरीब बनने में
benefit,
मुझे अच्छा लगता
and
है,
she's the one who
तो बाबा
feels
ने
she
कहा
must be
था, मैं
present
बाबा
on
शरीर में
time.
नहीं मानता, मैं
And
बच्ची
sometimes I say to
हाजुरी भी
Baba,
अच्छी है,
Baba, my body is not cooperating.
बाबा का
And
ये जो
Baba
बाल
would say,
महावाक्य
but
है ना,
child, it's
कानों
good to
में
have
गूंजता
the
रहता है,
presence. Just your
बच्ची हाजुरी
presence
भी
is
जरूरी है,
important.
तो फिर
And
बाबा
so
ने
Baba
ये
has
भी कहा
also
है,
said
जहाँ बच्चों
that where there
संगठन
is a
होता है,
gathering,
बाबा ने एक बारी
in Sakar
साकार में
days, Baba
कहा,
once said,
तभी हमारा हवाई महल बन रहा था, अभी
in
बन रहा
fact,
था, तो वहाँ
some
बनना था, तो
place was
बाबा ने
being,
कहा
I
मीटिंग
think
करो जा
one
करके,
of the buildings was
तो
being
करो मैं
built, and
आता
Baba
हूँ,
said, You go ahead and start the meeting. And first time, Baba was saying that have a service meeting. And the plan for making a museum came about much later. But Baba said, start a meeting and I will come and sit in that meeting. So from that day to this, I remember those words. When I sit with my service companions for meetings, I remember this, what Baba said, that go ahead and start the meeting and then Baba will come. And all the things that Baba has said, he has done practically. When Baba says, go ahead and I'm following you, I'm coming. So in this way, all the lovely things that come out through service meetings, also through gatherings like this, very good things emerge. Not that I simply want to sit by myself or just my own thoughts. No, it's a difference when we all come together and do service together and to have remembrance together. And what else do we do together? To spread very good vibrations. Spread very good vibrations everywhere. If I'm sitting in remembrance just by myself, then it's not as powerful as the gathering. One time Baba had said in Karachi, the heat used to be a lot greater, and in the evening, there was a very nice ground where Baba used to sit. And it used to be a very powerful atmosphere of yoga. And Baba said, child, many will have this vision of them sitting in yoga and experience this vibration of how the Father is sitting with the children, that the Father is sitting with the children. And so this concept of the Supreme Soul being omnipresent, that will go out of people's intellects, because people will have that feeling of the Supreme Soul present in this body in front of the children. So recognize him. Who is he? Who is in front of us? Who is the Supreme Soul? That he is my Father. And so, there's a sister downstairs, Santosh Didi. She is not here in front of us right now, but Daddy was having some spiritual conversation with her. And I said to her, you know me, but you don't recognize me. And I said, do you recognize me? You know that this is Dadi Janki, but do you recognize? And every day in the Murli, there's something or other about knowing. Knowing is different. Knowing is through the intellect. Recognizing is through the heart. Attainment comes through recognition. It's not simply a matter of knowing God, that He is the one who lives in Paramdam, He comes here at the confluence age. That's knowing. That He comes in the body of Brahma. All of that is knowing. But to recognize the Supreme Soul, and whilst listening to Baba's Murli this morning, reading Baba's Murli this morning, that he is Trinetri, the one with the third eye, he is Trikaldarshi, the one who knows the three aspects of time, that he is the seed of the human world tree. Reading this, it's as if my eyes were opening, the awareness was even deeper. That he is the one who spins the discus. He is the one who makes us, those who spin the discus of self-realization, that we were, are, and we are becoming as we were. We were this in the very beginning, and then we've been through the middle period, and now the end period when we are preparing to return home, and that we are going to go to heaven. Nancy, are you listening? Is that Nancy sitting here?
कहाँ है
Where is
Nancy?
Nancy? Raise your hand or stand if you're here. Oh, Nancy is downstairs, it seems.
नीचे है
Nancy seems to have gone to Shantivan.
अरे मैं नाम
But sometimes
मैंने कहा वो शायद
Daddy was looking at someone and thinking that that's Nancy. Daddy looks at everyone's faces
थोड़ा जचता है पहचानती है नहीं
and
पहचानती
then
है
sees whether people are
मैं
recognizing.
आपको भी देखती हूँ तो हर घड़ी अभी वो हंसती है
Santosh Ben
तो मैं कहती
smiles
हूँ जानती हो
when Dadi
पहचानती
says
अभी तुम
to
देखो
her,
कौन है जो
look
बाबा को
at everyone,
जानते
see
हैं
who
जानते तो औरों को परिचय दे
who
देते
know
हैं
Baba and who
जानते
really
तो है ना
recognize Baba, but really truly
पहचानती है
recognize Baba and
अच्छा
feel, ah, yes.
पहचानते हैं तो
When there's recognition, then we are described as those with the third eye, the Trikaldarshi ones as well. We know the master of the three worlds, and in a second we can go up above. It's a very nice picture of the lift in the picture of the ladder. We are just doing our tapasya. In the picture of the tree, we are doing our tapasya. And in the picture of the ladder, there is the lift. And we have understanding of knowledge. We go up. We know what the ladder is like. We know we go up to the home, and then we come in the golden age. This is the time of ascending. We mustn't take time in ascending. We have to go to the home, but we are there just for a short time. In fact, we stay in the home for the shortest time. Those of other religions are there longer, and they will come down when it's time for them to come down. Otherwise, they'll stay in that home. They'll stay in Parampam. Others have to come down at their own time, but it's not that we come down fast down the ladder. We come down slowly. I remember one thing of Baba's. Baba and we were staying in Brijkoti. Baba used to stand up at the top of the the staircase, and Baba would come down slowly. We sisters would come down, running down, racing down. But Baba would come down a step at a time, very slowly, with such intoxication of who he is, the intoxication, the awareness of who he is. Slowly, slowly, he would come down the staircase. This is why Baba would say that when it's souls of other religions, they also pass through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. And yes, we go through the same stages, but there's a difference. For us, Copper Age is the time of the Rajo stage. Dadi read the Gita, but she read the Guru Vani, the Sikh scripture, but lot of love expressed for God in this. There isn't that much recognition of God in other scriptures as there is in the Guru Vani. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are described in this scripture. That the expression that one who defames the Satguru does not reach their destination. So many things. Whatever is going to happen will happen. No point worrying about anything. As Christians have not expressed knowledge as well as is expressed in the scripture, and how to be Manmanabhav, how to be Madhyaji Bhav, all of these have not been understood until Baba comes and explains this. In fact, it says in the Gita that, hey Arjun, God says this. So this comes in the Gita again and again. Some would wilt, some would have impure thoughts, and this would become visible on the faces. But we would remind each other of Manmanabhav, directing our mind to God. We would tell each other with so much love, and even if we didn't say in words, we would have such friendship. There was such an awareness of the friendship that we had amongst ourselves. And so when we see the souls of the advanced party, they have so much love for one another, and to stay in the awareness of Manmanabhav and remembering our aim and objective of Vishnu as Madhyaji Bhav. And it was our natural nature to be Manmanabhav and Madhyaji Bhav. And we did not talk about anyone's nature or sanskars, but just that we had to be Manmanabhav and Madhyaji Bhav. And for these things, Baba really enabled us to play our part in a beautiful way, and taking this aspect from the Gita, forget the body and bodily relations and remember the one alone. Forget this body and bodily relations, and at the end he says, become the conqueror of attachment and be the embodiment of awareness. So, when we first come to Baba, the first part we play is to forget the body and everything concerning the body, everything relating to the body. And so when we recognize Baba, we slowly, gradually start to forget the things relating to the body, so that at the end there is only awareness of Baba. And sometime one person asked, how can I know that my sins have been absolved? Or how can I know somebody else's sins have been absolved? Who would answer this question? It's a very old question. The sign of this, that no impure thought will come. For those whose sins of the past have been incinerated, the sign of that is no impure thought will come. If an impure thought comes, it's dangerous, and it will compel you to perform some sinful action. And until that action, that impure action is performed, you will not be able to control yourself. So, elevated thought, as soon as an elevated thought comes, perform that action immediately, straight away. Let there be such a desire to perform elevated actions that never mind impure actions, but even ordinary actions should not be performed. Actions where there's no attainment. And then to explain that really recognize the philosophy of karma, really recognize that, understand it, that with this action there will be this result, with this action there will be that result. When I perform good actions, there will be such a feeling of power, such a feeling of power. But if my actions are ordinary, then the stage is ordinary. Wasteful thoughts come, and that just takes away your power. So this is the deep philosophy. Now look, you are not young anymore. You're not baby intellects. Baba says that some children don't have the zeal and enthusiasm for staying in this awareness that I'm a Jnani soul. Baba says that Baba loves Jnani souls. Baba's words that the Jnani souls are loved by God. I used to have attention on this all the time, that if I want to be loved by God, I must be a Jnani soul. So that Gyan fills in the soul. So what is Gyan? Who am I? Who is mine, and what are my actions like? Who am I? Who is mine, and what are my actions like? Understand the deep philosophy of karma. Then what will happen? By understanding this deep philosophy of karma, we will be able to have good yoga. And then, whatever elevated actions I want to perform, I will do that now. In this, there will not be any carelessness, excuses, or laziness. If there isn't zeal and enthusiasm to perform elevated actions, then these three will not allow me to perform elevated actions, that is, laziness, carelessness, and making excuses. So even now, to say, yes, my Lord, readiness to perform elevated actions. If someone calls you to do something, say, yes, I am present. To that extent, I should be prepared and always to be present in front of Baba. And Baba says, if you remember Baba, Baba will give the fruit of that remembrance. And there is personal benefit in remembrance, but for service there's extra power. And I don't even know whether I'm able to do something or not, but Baba enables me to do the task. Those, raise your hands, those who realize that the power, the strength of yoga is one thing, the strength of good karma is another thing. Service. The strength of service is another thing. We are with the godly family, to cooperate with the godly family, and the strength that comes from that again is different. Now service has expanded so much. How has it happened? It's through cooperation. The whole world is in our hands. That's not a small thing. God has given us the whole world in our hands, and I have great intoxication of this. The whole world is sitting here in Gyan Sarovar. They are in God's hands. How did the world come into our hands? Through everyone's cooperation. From the time Global Cooperation for a Better World project began, wonderful, wonderful services happened. So it's 8 o'clock, and Dadi would like to give Toli to everyone for this meeting, also for saying goodbye, because some will be leaving. Who's going to be staying after Baba's next meeting? Raise your hands. Those who are staying after Baba's next meeting, raise your hands. Few. Few. Yes, there will be some who are coming, some who are going. Dadi will not meet us after the 30th. She is leaving on the 22nd, and she found one or other way to get here today. There's Platinum Jubilee celebrations somewhere. I don't know where. Very good celebrations. Everyone should have that experience too, she's saying to Dr. Nirmala. So she wants to give Toli so that she can give Drishti to everyone, and everyone can meet her closer. And if anyone has anything to say, don't make that excuse that Dadi didn't have time, but tomorrow 12 noon you can meet her, or even the day after you can meet her. But even today, if there's something urgent anyone wants to talk to her about, after Dadi has given Toli, they can meet her, I think, in Dadi's cottage. So don't have that complaint that Dadi was busy. But be very light. Anything you want to tell her, be light. You can tell her, as she said, tomorrow noon or the day after around the same time, or if it's urgent today after Toli.
That she will not be back in Gyan Sarovar until the 30th of this month. So now after meditation, all of you will be invited to come on the stage to take drishti, Toli and blessings.